Trombetti from exclusivematchmaking.net, and I'm bringing you my 2 cents on last night's Bachelorette. Well, Hannah B fainted, and she must have hit her head, because when she came to, whatever that chemistry was with her and Luke P, she actually kind of went the other direction this week. I was proud of her. She told him to work harder and fix things. And that was kind of the drama of the night. We had like 2 stalkers, Cam and Luke P. They wouldn't go away. Last time I saw 2 stalkers with the Bachelor franchise is when I had a dating boot camp and one of the Bachelors in. And we had 2 stalkers for him in the audience. But anyway, moving on. The first group date was hilarious. It was called Let's Push Through Our Love or something like that. And we walk in, well, I should say the guys walked in to Jason Biggs and Jenny Mollen pushing out a baby, and the look on the guys' faces, it was priceless. I mean, some of those guys were like, woo! Tyler said something like, all I know about pregnancy is women get bigger and bigger and hungrier and hungrier. Well, Tyler, I think you need to learn a bit, and I don't think you got it here, but what they did was, I think they were tasering them to simulate labor pains. So some of the guys, they couldn't even take it. Before the tasering even started, John Paul Jones was like reacting like, ah! But as they were tasering him or whatever they were doing, simulating the labor pains, he was like kind of like sliding off the table, and none of them were expecting, you know, this much pain, which couldn't have been that much pain. Tyler thought he was looking all hot with his arm behind his head until they started like electrocuting him or whatever the heck they were doing. On that date, Mike got the group date rose because he opened up to her. He told her about his girlfriend and how they had lost a baby in the 2nd trimester. So he was very open and honest. I like Mike anyway. He is great. I could really see him being the next Bachelor if she doesn't pick him. But anyway, he was really sweet. They had a great time. She gave him the group date rose. So next we had, oh, by the way, Jedd was great. He said whatever the pain was, he was gonna push through it. So he's always a trooper. They were also like tossing chicken nuggets off of a bridge or something. There's definitely a chicken nugget theme going on with this season of The Bachelorette. But either that or like, I don't know, McDonald's is paying them for some sort of promo for their chicken nuggets. I don't know. I'm sick of chicken nuggets. I don't like them anyway. And if I see chicken nuggets in next week's episode, I'm just gonna like fast forward right on through that because I'm tired of the chicken nuggets already. Next scene is supposed to be a one-on-one date with Connor, except it's canceled because this is where Hannah apparently faints and she's sick in her hotel room, and she cancels the date, which I think was supposed to be sailing. And so she, you know, calls him over to her room and they have a great time. Some of the things that he did right is he came to her room with flowers, and he left very sweetly without the one-on-one date rose at this point. It looked like that was gonna be out of the question, but he left all these like lovely little notes, and it actually made her happy. So I know guys don't really tend to watch The Bachelorette, but anytime, you know, a guy can leave some lovely little notes posted around for a woman and do sweet little things that really don't cost a dime, okay, and bring some flowers. I mean, that's always a great way to start off a date and leave someone thinking about you. So when she got these lovely little love notes, she decided, and probably the producers, because they already paid for Lucas Graham, to have a little impromptu concert. And so they went to that, and then he did get the one-on-one date rose. So that was very interesting. The last group date involved a photo shoot with a bunch of dogs, and it was probably like a little promo for The Secret Life of Pets, because they were promoting that. But it was kind of cute, except once again, Luke P was over the top. And this is where Hannah took him aside and she said, you know what? You're kind of cocky. I don't know if this was verbatim, but you're coming off cocky, and I don't like that. Confidence is one thing. And so meanwhile, he kept coming back on the group date. Cam kept coming back, Cam kept coming back. There was like a line of stalkers. They just wouldn't go away, all right? And somewhere in here is where she told Luke P, you know, I'm not a guarantee. I have other relationships going on here. You have to back off a bit. And, you know, of course he didn't. Now he wanted to explain himself. It was just really ridiculous. I still see him in the top 4 because they have this amazing chemistry and because her picker was off. I don't think he should be, but he's in the top 4. But anyway, on that date, it was very interesting because Peter, the pilot, and her took some great photos. I mean, she had this beautiful gown, and he talked to her about his mom and how she was a pageant queen as well. And I guess, you know, you always marry like your mom. So they hit it off, and he got the group date rose for that date, and excluding him from the rose ceremony. Which brings me to, there was no rose ceremony because they had a tailgate party, and you know, that was like different and interesting, but of course that was kind of ruined because Cam kept coming back or whatever. At the end of the night, she sent Jonathan home, who I really loved. She sent Cam home, who really needed to go, and she probably needed to hit the courthouse to get a restraining order, because something tells me we haven't seen the last of him. And there was some other guy who really wasn't that memorable to me, and he left. I want to talk to you about my top 4. I definitely see Peter the pilot. He's going to be standing in the top 4. So is Jedd. Jedd's such a great guy. He's going to be there. I definitely think Luke P is going to be there because they have this amazing chemistry. But then I don't know if it's going to be Mike, possibly Tyler. I mean, he's a bit dippy in a way, but they have a connection and they both like to dance. So I guess I'm giving you like top 5 picks here. I can't decide. I need to see how, you know, it progresses, but I definitely have my top 3. And that's who we think you're gonna see at the end of this. I could be wrong. Her picker is off once again. But anyway, those are my thoughts for now. Let me talk about my dating tips. Ladies, you don't need to fix the relationship. You need to be direct. These are 2 things that Hannah did. She said, work harder and fix this. Those are my 2 dating tips. Don't you fix anybody, you make them fix it, okay? And you make them work harder. That was brilliant, and I'm adopting that. I'm gonna be sure to tell that to women. I love that. I think they must have gotten that from a dating coach. Hannah B does seem to be very direct in dealing with these guys, and I'm finding out she's making a better bachelorette than I thought she was gonna be. Guys, this is Susan Trombetti from exclusivematchmaking.net. Be sure to subscribe to my videos and like them. You can find me on Monday nights answering your dating questions and live tweeting during The Bachelor at exclusive_match. Talk to you next week. Have a great week.